Hey guys, I don't know if you've all had a chance to watch my random bits about me video, but in that video I actually had a really cool sort of curled hairstyle, so that's what we're going to do today. The first thing you're going to need is clearly a hot iron, and I just use a Conair one. This one I actually just bought from the thrift store. It's a great place to get sort of random bits of hair products, especially if you don't want to invest money into them. So this is Conair. It's an instant heat one. It has 20 heat settings. I think this is around an inch to an inch and a half barrel, but whatever curling iron you have on hand, you'll just have to use. Hairspray. So I use Pantene Style Pro V. It's a classic hairspray. I just have my trusty little brush. I would highly recommend having some kind of hair clip or ponytail holder. So I've got my hair curler plugged in. I have it on the highest setting, and it's actually been heating up for about 10 minutes now. What I did right before this video was I actually took a bath, did my hair makeup, let my hair dry, air dry for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I blow dried it. I put a little bit of that Rusk mousse in, starting at the roots and then applying the rest to my hair. Blow dried it. So I've parted it kind of where I want it. I've got a part down the side here, and then I did actually pull a little bit more from one side over. Alright, so what I'm going to do is first section my hair off, and I'm going to take my hair and I'm going to leave a little bit of layer on the bottom. Just tie this up out of my face. So I've left actually a pretty good amount of hair here on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is take small sections of my hair. And I like to do small sections, and I'd rather do more curls than take large sections of hair and have to leave the iron on there for longer. I just find that you don't get as strong of a curl, especially if you have a lot of hair in there. It takes a lot of time to heat up. So what I'm first going to do is take my hairspray, and I've got a little section of hair here you can see, and I'm going to spray my hair. And then I'm going to take the curling wand, stick it in my hair, and roll it up. Then I'm going to leave it there for between, I don't know, 5 and 10 seconds. If I get a big chunk of hair, then I might leave it a little bit longer. And I also sometimes check to see how hot the hair is actually getting. This is pretty hot. Like I said, I let this sit for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before I started. As you're going to use the curling iron, it is going to cool off, so the curl is going to take a little bit longer to develop. So the first few curls you're going to do are definitely going to be a lot curlier because the wand is super hot. Alright, so I've let that sit on there for between 5 and 10 seconds, and what I'm going to do is sort of lightly release on the handle and sort of let the curl fall out. And then I get this really nice curly tendril. I don't know if you can see that very well. So I've got this really nice curly tendril. So what I would do is just leave that alone. I wouldn't hairspray it yet. I'm going to do a few curls to show you, and then I'm going to do the rest of this first layer and then show you what I do with the next layer. When you first curl your hair, the curls are going to be really strong and they're going to be really tight. I would leave them alone. I wouldn't touch them. Let them cool off. We'll do a couple more tendrils. We'll hairspray it. And then they won't necessarily stay looking as tight like this, so don't be afraid if you don't want this completely barreled look. I just basically did the hairstyle when I did it myself, hairsprayed it, and then as time happened, you know, between 20 minutes to a half an hour and moving around, the hair did fall. I don't like to touch it a lot when it's hot and right after I've styled it because you'll lose a lot of the curl. It will naturally fall through time, so you don't want to play around with it too much. So I've done 2 curls on this side. What I'm going to do is 2 curls on this side to show you. It's basically the same thing except I switched the hand that I hold the iron in. So I'm going to spray it. And then instead of holding it in my left hand like I was, I'm going to hold it in my right hand so that I can curl it in the exact same way. So I'm sort of moving the barrel this way. I don't know, I guess that would be like counterclockwise. So I let that sit there for between 5 and 10 seconds. And then I'm going to carefully loosen it and then release the curl. So after I would do a couple of curls, maybe 3 or 4, I've only done 2 on each side. What I would do is give them a good hairspraying. Alright, so I'm at the top section of hair. I actually feel like I'm just going to do this in 3 sections just because I don't feel like really putting all the effort into doing 4. But what I'm going to do is just let the rest of the hair down, and I'm going to kind of figure out right now exactly what I want my part to be. And it actually has stayed kind of the way I want it. So I have, like I said, I have a part down the side. I have a little bit more pulled over from the other side, and that's just kind of how I'm going to leave it. So what I'm going to do is basically the same thing, working in sections. What I'm actually going to do is just take the whole front bang section, and I'm just going to sort of put it off to the side so that we know that those are the bangs and that's where I want them to be. So I'm actually going to just like put a ponytail in the front. I'm going to look really stylish right now. This is all for you guys, just so you know. I have no problem looking like an idiot, so. Alright, so I'm going to try to gather up all these like random little hairs that are left here on the side and curl this last bit. I could create a whole new fashion trend with this look. I'm pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is take my bang area and I'm going to just section it off. Just pull this out of the way for the time being. So I've got this nice little section here. So I'm actually going to do that again for you because I actually decided to change my mind midway through it. So what I'm going to do, spray it, then I'm going to take my barrel in the same hand that I curled this side of my hair and get the hair on there, curl it up, and then leave it there for a few seconds. So I've left that on there for probably about 5 to 10 seconds. Loosen it a little bit and then let the curl fall. So I've got this really nice little curly tendril here. I don't know if you can see it very well. This does calm down, so right after you curl your hair it definitely looks a little bit intense. It's a little bit tight, but it's nothing to be afraid of. So we'll do this one correct from the beginning. I'm going to take this section of hair, spray it, take it in the same hand that I curled this side of my hair, and I'm going to collect this random bit that was hanging out, drag it to the end, and then roll it up. Now with this one you definitely do want to try to get as close to the end as possible so that you don't get that like random bit of tail hair that kind of hangs out of the curl and then has like a little kink in it. Because these are your bangs, I think the top layer is one of the most important layers of trying to be at least careful. So you're going to leave that there for a few seconds. So I'm just going to remove that, and so now I've got these 2 layers of pretty intense bang curls here, as you can see. Nothing to be afraid of. Like I said, they're going to calm down and they're going to also kind of fuse into one. See, like already they could be one by just very gently kind of coaxing them myself. Alright, so what I'm going to do is spray that. So this is kind of what it looks like up close. Just like this. And what I'm going to do is actually come back in probably like 20 minutes to show you what my hair looks like after it's calmed down a little bit. Hey guys, so it's been about 20 minutes since I finished curling my hair. Like I said, the curls have sort of calmed down a little bit. They have fallen a little bit. They've become a little bit more natural looking, not so much like they just came off the barrel of a curling iron. So I'm just going to zoom in really quick, sort of show you. So the bangs you can see have calmed down a little bit. Just like that. And the fronts have become longer and just a little bit more subtle. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you soon.